Good afternoon, fellow punters. Jamie Dunn in Newcastle West. Are you ready? The clock on the wall says 1:05 on Monday afternoon, with my selections for day one of Cheltenham 2023. Getting it done early because this evening I'll have to spend studying for Wednesday's form. The declarations are in, and having a head start on Thursday. Busy week. I've heard back from 5 of the people with the free bets. Heard back from Paula Baldwin, Michael McCarthy, Darren O'Sullivan, TJ Kelly and Peter Wood. So waiting for Breda King, Matthew Agnew, Patricia Drohan and Rachel Duncan. And I'll post those bets in Saturday's video after their name. I'll put up their bets that people can follow them and be able to cheer them home. It could help their bets. There's a few interesting bets there. So I get them done either this evening or first thing in the morning. I want to have them done, and I want to get the guaranteed prices. So if the guaranteed prices are out tonight, I might go to Roscommon or Longford and get them done, or I might do them online. It depends. We'll see, one or the other. Then I'll post them. Newcomers on the bus: Gary Hoof, Jimmy Donoghue, Sam in PT, and Bertie Pierce. And Kevin Henry sent a message or left a comment the other day. He was on the boat going over with Smiler, and they're going to put him in the air. If I think it was Mighty Potter, if that wins, want to get a video of that. Now, where are we? Well, a few horses running today, but we're not too worried about them. We'll collect if they win, but we won't be losing a lot if they don't. Phone is hopping all day. There you go. Let's see. I'll get out of Dodge here and we'll get to the 1:30. The Supreme Novices Hurl. Facile Vega is on the drift. 'Twas 15-8, 2-1. It's out to 5-2 at a lot of the bookies. Don't know what to expect from that, from the last time. The same with Marine Nationale. I followed that horse a lot, as you know. Was in Killarney the day it won its bumper. But if you look at what it beat, made the maiden hurl there in October, Vice Regent. That's only rated 112. And then Irish Point was too close to it the last day, even though it was a Group 1. Soft ground as well. It's better on good. Mikey O'Sullivan jumped off the last time it won, and he said it's shown better on good ground. It's soft, so that's at a disadvantage. I have Il Etait Temps picked each way. Back to yesterday at 6-1. Where are we gone here? The reason being, it came from France last year, straight into the Dublin Racing Festival in a Group 1. It was third to Vauban, beaten 5 lengths. Then it ran in Cheltenham. There was a good run expected, a better run. Thought they might get closer to it. And it was 5th in the Triumph. And then it was 4th. All them 3 runs was without or behind Vauban. So it retained its novice status for this year. It won the first time out. Then it was 2nd in December. And that was the day that it sort of went to the lead at the start. And it made a sort of mistake at the first. And Facile Vega took over and had an easy lead and maintained the gallop all the way to the line. Then the last time was it won impressive. And I think this is an improving sort. We'll take that race. It really ran on well after the last, I thought. And I thought of Mullins's that's the safest option of a bet. And then I have an outsider that I like, is Dr. Bravo. Now, people will remember when I done the video after coming from Fairy House, that I backed this. I had a pony each way in it at 8-1. This was in his first run. And the reason I backed him, he was out of Dr. Dino and he resembled Fieldor very much. In fact, he's a bigger horse than Fieldor. And he never ran as a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old at all. Then it won a maiden hurdle, and it was behind Dark Raven, first time in a maiden hurdle. But in the last time it ran was in the Red Mills hurdle. And this is Group 3 behind.
Tightening up.
Let's have a look.
Dr. Bravo just nudges to the front. From stable companion Fildor on the rail. Then the Capo Glory. And behind them in fourth is Sharjah. Well clear of Takarengo. To the jump. Dr. Bravo in the centre, the white cap. On the left is Fildor. Switching to the near side as Sharjah is coming there. After Dr. Bravo hit the second last, then the Capo Glory. On the run of the final flight, and it is Sharjah trying to quicken up on the outside of Fildor, who's finding for pressure on the inside. In between them is Dr. Bravo. There's not much between these three, and it's Fildor on the inside of Dr. Bravo and Sharjah as they race up towards the finish. It is Fildor driven out. It's a confidence-boosting win in the red trial.
I thought if he didn't make such a mistake at the second last, that he could have went on and won that race. He was 25-1 earlier there with William Hills. It's into 16s. It was it's still at 20s there, and they're paying 4 places in a lot. I think that as a live each way shout tomorrow. It seems to be a rapidly improving sort, and they're the sort of ones you want. And a few years ago, Gordon Elliott won it with LeBake, 25-1 or 33-1, a big prize. So there's my 2 in the Supreme. In the Arkle, people that watched the video that I done when I was in Willie Mullins' yard last October, the girl that I was walking around with, she told me the horse to keep an eye on was El Fabiolo. I didn't get on the El Fabiolo train straight away. I actually backed Dicer Dynamo anti-post going back a few months. But I think El Fabiolo, we see him here coming to the third last. The fifth last he made a boo-boo.
Edging that a little bit closer. Then Flame Bearer, Banbridge, well clear of Visionarian and Fildor. Turning towards the second last, Dicer Dynamo reeled in by both El Fabiolo and Appreciated. These three covered by just over 3 lengths the second last. Dicer Dynamo from El Fabiolo drawing alongside. In third place is Appreciated, well clear of Banbridge. Running the home turn, good run to the final fence, and the Goff's Irish Arkle novice chase. And it's Dicer Dynamo from on the outside, El Fabiolo. Now being wound up to come with a run is Appreciated. Coming down to the final fence is Dicer Dynamo from El Fabiolo and Appreciated. Banbridge is keeping at it in fourth. The final fence, there's 3 almost in a line. El Fabiolo landed in front from Dicer Dynamo and Appreciated. It's the stable companion settling down to fight it out. And it's El Fabiolo and Darren Jacob in front. Getting the upper hand, pulling well clear of Dicer Dynamo. Appreciated as El Fabiolo takes him.
That's going to relish the hill tomorrow, so that's my selection. I'm going with El Fabiolo in the race tomorrow. See where our friend Hador I had backed for the Turners is running there at a huge price. I had an anti-post bet on him, but it was lucky enough I had no runner or non-runner no bet. Got the money back the other day when he was pulled out and declared for this. On into the 250, which is the Ultima. I gave my selection last night and I showed a clip that I had to remove it in because someone said, I think a copyright claim or something came in, not from the state, from someone in the Netherlands. So some of them clips that I have on there today might disappear as well. But the 2 I'm going to put in the Placepot in the Ultima is Corrick Rambler and Nassalam. But Nassalam is my bet. I was a happy-go-lucky fan a couple of years ago, but I don't think he was off for a year. Had a good winner at the time. He won an entry, and he was very unlucky in Cheltenham to that grey horse. I can't think of it. He's a 10-year-old, and he had come back. He has a couple of runs all right, but I just don't think the spark is there, and he's 9 now. I'll go with the younger horse, the 6-year-old. Then on to the champion hurdle. I think the Constitution Hill will win that. I put it into the hot pot bet last night. There was a bet, the 7 in it, 7-4, without Constitution Hill and Stateman, is I like to move it. That's what I'll be doing in that race. That will finish third at to collect money. I always said there's an angle to win £1 in every race, so that's my angle to win £1 on that. Constitution Hill is too short, but we're going to put him into some multiples. On to the Mayor's Hurdle. We have a pick in this. Months ago, I said we'd do a €1 each way, lucky 15. We had Queensbrook put in at 16 to 1, 40 to 1 or 16 to 1, along with Queen's Gamble and Harmonia Maker and the horse that got hurt at Fernie Hollow for the Turners when I knew that Allaho was injured at the time, or supposedly injured. But Marie's Rock is the defending champion. Honeysuckle, I think if this was 2 miles or 2 miles 2, I'd be sweeter on it. I just don't think she's as good over 2-4. And if you look at her lifetime runs, all the best of them they were at the 2 mile distance, and she's only ran a few times at 2 miles 4. Early in her life, she ran more of them, but she had to be trained, I think, to win at 2 miles. I'd imagine there'd be different training, a regime, something. I think it's the distance that she's just not at now. And the last 2 runs, she done all right the last day at 2 miles. And if this was 2 miles, I'd be sweet on her. But and Epitanti is 9. Marie's Rock has a very good chance. But I came down on Brandy Love, and I backed it at 15 to 2 only yesterday, so there is a good bit of money for it. And I backed it, that's the reason I backed it each way. Going left-handed will definitely suit. Now, I know we backed Queensbrook the last day. We were hoping it would win. But I thought it ran well enough, and it just sort of blew up. Willie is a specialist see the way he used to get Quevega there for 6 years in a row. And I think he'll have this spot on. It beat Love Envoy in Fairy House last year. I think that was a solid each way. If they're too short, you have to go to put on win bets. And I was looking at safe options. 50 to 2 is into 11 to 2, so the money is down in the last 24 hours for that. On to the Boodles. 6 of the last 10 were Irish trained winners, and the Irish won in the last 5 years. And 8 of the last 10 winners were carrying 11 stone or more, so there's only 2 under 11 stone. But people might remember a couple of months back, I put up Samuel Spade as a notebook horse. The reason being, it ran against Perseus Way, and it gave £8, and he was only 3 lengths behind. And then Perseus Way, who's rated 132, and Samuel Spade is 126. So he's getting 6 instead of giving 8. So that is a stone, £14 of a turnaround. And if you look at collateral for him, he was second to Nusret, and only for he clouted the last. I think he'd have won that race. and he was getting £3 from Nusrat. And if you look at Nusrat for him, it ties in with some of the good Irish for him. So it was 25 to 1 earlier. 22 to 1. So it's 25s into 22s. I backed with William Hill there a while ago. 22s. But they're paying 6 places in a lot of them races. And even in the first race there tomorrow, some bookies are paying 4 places. If you're doing it each way, make sure you do them with the bookies that's given the 4, and the same in this 50 odd 6 places, rather than doing it because they have to pay the SP anyway on horses that'll drift. And Chacao is the favourite there. That bloody phone is happening today. That was behind Comfort Zone as well. 10 lengths back. I have to turn off that phone. Comfort Zone, where are we? Behind to Cow. And that has an angle with Scriptwriter with a cross with Perseus Way. Anyway, that bloody phone has me mithered. I had a train of thought there and it's gone. The 5:30 then is the National Hunt Chase. Gaillard Du Mesnil is raced 155. He's the right age. He'd be given a heap of weight away if it was a handicap. It has the best for him. He's a good jumper, normally. So we hope that continues tomorrow. He was third at the Irish Grand National as a novice. And, like, third to Lam Presse, third to Galopin Champ, third to Bob Allinger, third to Capital. Like, he has solid form. Second to Mighty Potter, third to Mighty Potter. Like, that would be... I'd be awfully surprised if that's beaten tomorrow. That is the truth. That'd be... If someone's put a gun to my head and says, pick one for tomorrow that should win for sure, I'd say that one, for definite. But, like, you know, horses is horses, as they say. Some Amadon of York could fall in front of you. There's a 66 to 1, 100 to 1 on that there as well. Was I to show something else? Oh yes, this was Samuel Spade.
Well, the leader certainly jumps it better.
And he was going right-handed here, he'd be better going left.
From the back market, Damascus finish, who is now quite firmly ridden along. Favourite travelling very strongly and doing it easily by about 12 lengths clear now. Samuel Spade at the top of the home straight in the Every Race Live on Racing TV Novices Hurdle. Samuel Spade well clear. From Warner's Cross in second, Inchester Damsel battling away in third. Then Jean-Pierre and Damascus finish still going last of the quintet as Samuel Spade travels very strongly down towards what is the penultimate flight of hurdles. Pops over okay, just once again just leaning out to its left-hand side. Warner's Cross lands in second and Inchester Damsel over the final flight of hurdles. That will seal it for Samuel Spade, clear by 10 to 12 lengths and not having to come off the bridle. 1 or 2 jumping errors on the way round, just that 10.
He jumped to his left a few times there. He was better going left-handed. I had him spotted. In that race as well, you have a horse called Bad. I had him picked out. I showed it to a fella there last week. I didn't realise that he was mentioned on the circuit or the previews by someone. I had spotted this video. This was at 2 miles 2. So with the 2 miles on the uphill finish. We no problem tomorrow, but he jumped really well for a 4-year-old. But he's only 3 at this time. This was last November in Bordeaux. La Busca.
Is by Kidia.
It's the grey horse on the right.
Brel, as they race toward the final turn. They're on the swing for home. Jimco in front. Bad has come from literally last, sprinted around the outside, and is quickly going up to challenge. So as they go over the second last, it is Jimco in front. Now on the near side, Bad, who has cruised up on the near side, and Bad goes up to Jimco. They'll come to the last together with Bad out jumping Jimco. In third was Jafarius, followed then by Encore, but that's been a nice ride and a nice win. Bad has put it all together and raced right away to score. Bad first, Jafarius...
Bad. But the fact that the trainer, he knows exactly the lie of the land there now, because he trains Samuel Spade as well, so he's a good angle on if they're both rated the same, but apparently that was rated £10 or 12 higher in France, so that could be similar to Gaelic Warrior last year. It could be handicap blot, so be interesting. That could be put in. We'll put that in when I'm doing the Placepot. We'll stick them 2 in, and we might put 3 in the Placepot in that actually, and hope that we're alive when that comes about. Anyway, I wish everybody an absolutely brilliant week, and for those passengers off the bus that's travelling, get there safely, enjoy yourselves, and come back safely. And I hope you have a profitable time. And the people the 4 that I mentioned, get back to me with your bets, and I'll get them on. If you want to leave it later in the week, it's entirely up to yourself anyway. So I'll post these. I have to get I'll get this up now because I'll be going on the run shortly, and I will get it up. I'll post them in the description after a while when I get back. So Bash the Bookie's over and out.